Hello everyone and welcome back. Simon here bringing you some awesome MTG news. Just a few days ago, some cards for the upcoming set Oath of the Gatewatch supposedly leaked well ahead of spoiler season. And these aren't just some commons or reprints, oh no, these are some major spoilers, both in terms of card quality and in regards to the story of the block. Now, these cards aren't 100% confirmed to be legit, they could just be clever fakes passed throughout the internet. So take everything you learn in this video with a grain of salt. I'm sure many of you are probably already aware, but if these leaked cards do in fact prove to be genuine, then it looks like we're gonna see another Eldrazi Titan in this block. Kozilek, the Great Distortion, once believed to have left Zendikar after the Eldrazi's initial release, has re-emerged. Now, we'll get to the actual card in a moment, but what does Kozileks Return mean for the overall storyline of Zendikar? Well, we know the allies of the plane are currently struggling to fight just Ulamog alone right now. Throw another Titan in there and it may just be GG for the denizens of Zendikar. Of course, Kozilek's reappearance isn't completely out of the blue. Throughout BFZ, we've been getting hints that the Titan may still be on Zendikar, laying dormant deep under its surface. Cards like Kozilek's Chandler and Herald of Kozilek led us to believe the Titan was still on the world, somewhere. But still, many decided to write off these spawns as nothing more than the remnants of the Titan's presence on Zendikar. Along with those cards, we also got the subtle foreshadowing found in the ancient stories of the merfolk's old gods. When the Eldrazi Titans first appeared, the merfolk mistook the evil beings for gods, slowly warping their powers and images into something far from the source material. Emrakul became Emeria, god of the sky, Ulamog became Ula, god of sea and land, and Kozilek became Kozi, the trickster god. Throughout the stories of BFZ, we often find ourselves recanting the old tales of the false gods, obviously putting it into perspective of what we know them as today. A common theme found in these stories involves Kozi playing tricks or pranking Ula, referencing these two titans far more than Emeria. These stories were probably meant to directly suggest that Kozilek was meant to return. In the Oath of the Gatewatch, we can only speculate to how Kozilek will impact the story. Obviously, a second Eldrazi Titan to deal with is less than desirable for our heroes. But who knows, maybe Kozilek won't be such a bad Titan. Maybe those old merfolk tales have a hint of truth to them. It would be quite the twist if Kozilek popped out of the ground and started helping our allies in defeating Ulamog, simply because it didn't like its fellow Titan. Kozi pranking Ula one final time. One can dream, but more realistically, I'd say Kozilek will just wreak havoc as Ulamog did in BFZ. Now, moving on to Kozi's actual card. It's really strong, but also fun. For 8 colorless and 2 other rather strange mana which we'll return to in a minute, you get a 12/12 legendary creature Eldrazi. When you cast Kozilek the Great Distortion, if you have fewer than 7 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. You may also discard a card from your hand with converter mana cost X, allowing you to counter target spell with converter mana cost X. Oh yeah, and he also has Menace. So this card does a lot. Not only is it a huge body with Menace, it also impacts your hand immediately and stands as a living counterspell. It's really just an awesome design, certainly helping Kozilek live up to the Titans of the original Zendikar set. But as mentioned in its mana cost, something's a little odd about Kozilek the Great Distortion. Along with paying 8 colorless, it also requires you to pay 2 additional diamond-shaped mana. What exactly is this? Well, right now we don't really know, but what we do know is that along with this leaked Kozilek, we also got a new leaked basic land. Yep, that's right, a new type of basic land, this one being called Wastes, and you can see near the bottom of the card that same diamond shape we see in Kozilek's cost. Now, if this truly is a new basic land type, that would make Waste the 6/1 in MTG, along with the standard mountains, swamps, islands, plains, and forests. So how will these wasteland work? Well, we just don't have enough information yet to determine that. Obviously, it'll probably be an additional cost to playing Eldrazi or other colorless creatures. I believe wastes will basically just provide you with colorless mana while also giving you this diamond required for certain cards. Yet, I think it's kind of silly to create this brand new basic land simply for the use of Eldrazi in the Oath of the Gatewatch. It seems sort of like a waste, no pun intended. I mean, if they were gonna implement this type of land for Eldrazi, why wouldn't they just introduce it in BFZ? Perhaps it has something to do with Kozileks' actual return. Maybe the Titan could only come out of hiding if there was enough waste around, or something like that. Who knows? Perhaps these lands will stand as colorless land for Commander or something, but still, if they're required to play Kozilek, then they'll be really worthless outside of Oath of the Gatewatch. Wastes could be like Phyrexian mana, with more uses even outside of the set it was introduced. We just have to wait and see really, but regardless, it's exciting. We also got a leaked Mythic land. This time it's the non-basic Mirror Pool. Now this is a land that does a lot. It comes into play tapped, but you can tap it for this new waste mana, which remember, is still probably colorless. For 2 colorless and a waste, you can tap Mirror Pool and sacrifice it to copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. Or, you could tap 4 colorless and a waste to tap and sack Mirror Pool to put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature you control. As far as lands go, Mirror Pool just copies all the things, and I think it's awesome. Yet, even with all this hype, we have to be aware of the validity of these leaked cards. They're not really confirmed yet, so don't get your hopes or emotions too invested in them just yet. As for me, I'm actually a believer in these cards. I may not understand this new land type, but I do believe Kozilek is making a return in Gatewatch. My opinion was given credence when the World Magic Cup playmat was revealed. It shows the expected cast of Gatewatch, with Ulamog standing in the distance, but who's that just in front? Well, it's Kozilek, of course. This makes me believe that these leaked cards are in fact legit, and I'm just as giddy as a schoolgirl at the idea of Cozy making a return. But hey, this is really speculation until Wizards confirms, yet that won't stop us from having our own discussion. Let me know what you guys think about these leaked cards in the comments below. Do you like the new Kozilek? What are your opinions or theories on these new wastelands? I really want to know what you guys think. In any case, if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like and sharing it with a friend. It goes a long way in supporting future content. You can also follow me on social media for all MTG updates and my thoughts on other stuff. Find those links in the description below. As always guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.